Hi, welcome to Self Discovery Support. Tarot is a storytelling device. The stories represent the energy out there in the collective. These readings and messages focus on encouraging mutual understanding and learning about ourselves through our connections and relationships. Thanks for joining me here. Show your support with a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Also, you can check the description box for more resources and info to help you on your journey once the live stream ends. Most High, please guide this reading for the highest good of the collective. All right. So, tonight I thought I would just do a collective reading. Let's just see what's happening out there. And, I think these readings tap into those who watch the videos and are subscribed most, right? What came out? Okay. Tell us what's going on here in the collective, in the connections and relationships. Okay, this is reversed. I'm gonna take it, although I think my deck is reversed. Today we're not using tarot per se. We're using a playing card deck called Dialogues. And this is the Deep Connection deck. All right, so let's see what is happening out there. We have we have a couple people here. Let's see, and there is a Queen of Hearts. It says, what part of your story do you wish people understood better? Okay, it feels like somebody in this story, in this reading out there in the collective, is feeling misunderstood. Maybe misunderstood about how they feel when it comes to their person or even in a connection. All right, so let's see now. There is somebody that wants to maybe focus on their work. They don't want to put more effort into new relationships. Okay, and this could be this Queen of Hearts person. This person could be kind of like a kind of softer personality, maybe a nurturer, and could be like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Yeah, it's somebody that is saying, okay, I don't want to work on new relationships. And I'm guessing we're going to see that maybe it's because she's had some difficult issues in her connections. All right, so it feels like there is what we call an impasse between her and another person. And this person says, talk about a decision you're currently struggling with. Yeah, okay. So there is somebody in her energy here. And of course, in this reading, put yourself where you feel you belong. There's somebody struggling with a decision. And I would love to know more about that. But let's look at some of the other things here first. There's also this idea of maybe, should I take on a partner? Should I make someone my partner? No. This, I think it's this King of Diamonds person, right? Could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but doesn't have to be. Could also be somebody who is like a provider or a business person or has enough wealth or something like that. This person could be saying, am I at the point now where I want to have another partner? I want to have a new partner. And so I don't know if this is the person, this same person is saying, maybe I don't want to work on something new, or maybe that's what I thought. But now I'm in this place of, okay, do I make that decision. This person feels like they can't quite make that decision yet. We do have a Queen of Diamonds now who is saying, talk about someone in your life you can't imagine losing. Okay, so there is a lot here. There's actually a lot here. There is another person, right? This is already feeling like 3 people, but it could be 2, where this person is saying, I actually want the partnership. So it does feel like 2 people where maybe the feminine energy is saying, I'm ready for relationship. I want us to be together. That's what I want. But it feels like this other person, it feels like the masculine is saying, I can't quite decide on that because I wanted to focus on work. I wanted to focus on my career. I'm not ready for anything new. Not ready just, and I haven't decided. I'm also getting like, I don't want to be forced into something. All right, let's see what is going on here with this couple. It feels like you two could feel like there are some like regrets here, like how things went between you two. So this could have been in the past then, what I was just talking about. Maybe somebody regrets approaching things in a certain way, and really the issue is like nothing's happening in a way that's satisfying either her or him. And now we're at the point where somebody now in this situation is saying, okay, I want to be satisfied, and what I feel would satisfy me is to actually pursue love right now. So let's go back and look at why he feels so stuck. All right, this is somebody that is quite conflicted about any kind of connections. This could be a non-committal type of masculine energy here. Somebody that maybe feels like they have to resist any kind of like emotional bond, like deep things like family, connecting in relationships. Yeah, they are defensive towards that because why? Okay, I was gonna say because, but I don't want to put words into his mouth. This person has a fear of maybe people walking away from the connection, like being too hasty. This could be somebody that's very slow in making their decisions. And I think that this Queen of Diamonds person, this feminine energy, is feeling that, right? Why are they taking so long to make a decision about me and them when I've already made that decision? It's like, I think she's finding it hard to understand why it's so difficult for him to decide. Does he, I want to find out how he feels about this person. How does this King of Diamonds feel about this Queen of Diamonds? I think he feels like he wants to like work on things, like they get along well together. Maybe he has like intention, so like eventually we will get together. Okay, it's one of those people that is like, this is what I'm doing now, and I'm not gonna do anything differently until I'm ready. So I don't think he's saying like, this isn't necessarily what I would want to see in terms of like, well, I love her, right? This person is more like in the practical realm, like this is not going to happen before that. And it just doesn't matter what this queen is feeling, it could come across like that. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else here? Yeah, okay. I think this King of Diamonds, this masculine energy, who's very practical, maybe has his career and business on his mind, is saying that okay, we will eventually, right? We will eventually. I will invest. It will just take time, is what this person's saying. Okay, well, I want to find out how she feels about this feminine. It's really difficult for her because it's almost like this is the energy of I keep trying, I feel drained by this relationship, and it's probably put her in a different energy now because we do have her coming up as the Queen of Swords, which is like what is a truth about yourself that took you a long time to accept. She has realized something about this situation. The Nine of Wands can sometimes be wounded warrior energy. So this has taken us a long time, and it just feels like I'm the only one incurring damage here, is what it could feel like to her. I don't know how much longer I can hold on, is what that feels like. Eight of Spades. Maybe at this point she's becoming more guarded. She is feeling like there's a real block between them. Like this commitment is not gonna happen. Okay, what is needed for him to see? Okay, it's one of those things where, you know, the classic story of it's not until something really affects this person, right? Because they're very kind of like on their own track. This is what I'm doing, and everybody just kind of falls along with that, not realizing that there is a kind of like, when we're in partnership, it's you and me in decision making. This person might have to have their heart broken, right? And it feels like that might be coming up because I can see that this feminine energy is Queen of Diamonds person who's been waiting on this guy to commit, has is just like at her wit's end, is at the end of her rope. And it almost feels like she is maybe starting to think more of herself. It says, what is the best advice you ever ignored? Maybe she is starting to say, okay, I should maybe think less about the relationship and more about what I want, right? Almost like mirroring this person's energy. Now, I don't understand this. Who is this? Okay, I want to know about this King of Diamonds. Okay. Okay. I kind of feel like this is another energy. It's feeling to me like after a long period, this is like her story has taken over now. After a long period of waiting on this person, this King of Diamonds, to make up his mind, to kind of meet her halfway, at least compromise a little bit, it's feeling like she's taken some distance, right? She's stepped away, and he's now having to kind of like wait on her to return. And there's like, what is a personal boundary you struggle to maintain? It's almost like he has been this king, right? I think he could have become quite stubborn about it because he's very on his path, right? And I am feeling like this could be someone who is fixed sign energy. So that could be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and I don't know who I'm missing, Taurus, right? It's that energy, or earth sign, Capricorn. But it's like he's on his path, and maybe when she stepped away, he said to himself, you know, okay, I will continue to do what I'm doing. I'll accept that this is the space you want. And me all the while really wanting her to come back, really wanting that boundary that he put up very strongly in the beginning, almost like wishing he could break it down himself. Okay, I think this is somebody else to her. this is telling me, okay, yeah, all right. I almost feel like this person, this could be this king who has now put themselves in this energy of, okay, I kind of finally realized what I want. It took all of this. This is what I feel. It took all of this that we've been talking about for our Queen of Diamonds or our feminine energy to really have this person that she's with empathize with her, to understand fully or feel emotions that he's feeling, right? Not dismiss them. What is something beautiful you've witnessed that truly struck you? It's somebody who now is understanding, okay, I actually did really love my person. Of course they did, right? Because they were doing all this to build towards something, but really weren't embodying the spirit of the care and love, right? And so this is somebody now is realizing that what would actually make me happy is not the years of toil and the stack of money or the, I don't know, career validation, whatever it is. It's actually this queen who was here all the time, waiting on me, maybe supporting me, giving me care. This is somebody that, there's something here about self-sabotage. Okay. There's a queen of heart here. What part of your story do you wish people understood better? What is that? Okay, this is feeling to me like intentions and moving on. Maybe this is her who now says, okay, if I'm gonna get together with this person, I'm not sure. I thought we'd ended, type of thing. So it was her intention to end things. And I think that's what this masculine has kind of picked up now fully. Puts him in the King of Hearts energy, which is like, I now admit I actually really love this person. And nothing else would satisfy me more than being with them. And so now that he's had this kind of full swing, it's almost like, okay, what do you do, right? When you have somebody that you'd fully walked away from them, you'd fully intended to leave them behind, but now they show up in the energy that you'd wanted them to all along, right? It's that always happens often. She's unclear. She doesn't know what to do. She had thought they were over, and now it's like new beginning or not. This is a question for her. I kind of think she may not go for it though. She may be confused for a while, but I kind of think she may not go for it. So I don't know who you feel you have been in this story. Are you this Queen of Diamonds who has been waiting on this masculine to show up for you in a relationship? Or are you this King of Diamonds who's been really focused on your life goals, your career goals, because that meant some kind of achievement to you, you know? And it's like, yeah, what do you do now? You've lost the person that you realize this was like the cornerstone of what you were working towards. And you know, when I was starting this reading, this line from a song kept playing. It's a Lauryn Hill song. It's funny how money changes situations. So it's kind of funny, right? Because this guy he was about his money. She was about supporting him, but she just wanted the reciprocity, right? And now that she's gone, suddenly the realization is, I'm in love. Okay, so let us get the charms for this reading. Let's see who is here, who most or who likely appears in this reading. Could be you or your person, sun, moon, rising. or Venus or North Node. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius. I kind of feel Taurus should show up here. Gemini. One more. Scorpio. Okay, so those are your signs. Thank you for joining me. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'd love to see you on another reading. Take care until next time.